Welcome everyone. As we have discussed in the earlier class regarding the syllabus and the number of subjects which appear in fourth semester. So today we are going to start with the first chapter of digital communication. The first chapter is digital communication techniques. So basically a student should be aware of the basic meaning of communication before going to the digital communication. As already you have studied the subject analog communication, you might be familiar with the terminologies which comes in analog communication. The very first thing we'll try to know that what exactly the signal means. Signal is a thing which conveys the information, and it is necessary to know that all the natural signals are continuous time signals. As you can see in this diagram, this waveform is considered to be as a continuous time signal, and the other name we can call it as analog signal. And we must know that all the natural signals are analog in nature or continuous time signal. It is named as a continuous time signal because this signal is continuous in nature. You can see the continuity here. There is no gap in between the signal, so there is a continuity. So this is the reason it is named as a continuous time signal. Now next, another type of signal we have is discrete time signal. Basically this type of signal is a altered signal. Basically a signal will be in continuous time signal, means it will be in the nature of analog signal. That signal is converted into another form that is called as discrete time signal. So this type of signal is considered to be a discrete time signal. These are not the natural signals, these are the artificial signals, means naturally signals are processed and these discrete time signals are formed. And I will let you know the reason for what reason we are going to convert the continuous time signal into the discrete time signal. Later you will come to know. Next, one more type of signal we have, that is digital signal, and basically the nature of the waveform will be in this type. Means here there will be only two forms or two states of the signal. Either the signal will be high or the signal will be low. So low may be considered as 0 or it may be considered as a negative, and signal high will be considered as with the positive amplitude, and it is also considered as 1. So we know that digital signal has only two states, either 1 or 0. 1 is considered for signal high and 0 is considered for low. So these are the three basic signals which we must be familiar to understand the basics of digital communication techniques. Now further we'll study about the basics of communication, how exactly the digital communication takes place. Before understanding the digital communication, it is necessary to know what do you mean by communication. Communication is a process in which the signal is transferred from one place to another place. So this is the meaning of communication. So, and one more thing we want to know, communication we have already studied in analog communication, but what exactly the major difference between the analog communication and the digital communication? The main reason is, in analog communication, at the transmitter side and at the receiver side, at both the side, the signal will be analog in nature. It means the signal, when it is being transmitted from the transmitter, or the signal which is being received at the receiver side, at at both the states, at both the places, the signal will be analog in nature. But whereas in case of digital communication, the signal before transmission from one transmitter to the receiver, the signal will be in the state of digital, means the signal will be digital signal, or it will be in the binary information. This binary information is transmitted from the transmitter to the receiver. So this is the reason we consider this kind of communication as a digital communication. So let us try to understand the basic block diagram of the digital communication. Initially, whatever the four major blocks which you can see on the upper side, this is considered, these all four blocks are considered to be in the transmitter, and the four blocks which you can see at the lower side, these four blocks are considered to be in the receiver side. And there is one more block between the transmitter side and the receiver side, that is called as a electrical communication system, which I'll explain you further. First, initially the communication starts, the digital communication starts basically with the transmission or emission of the symbols or sequence of symbols from the discrete information source. So here you can see the block that is called as the discrete information source. This block is responsible for emitting, sequence of symbols, and each symbol is responsible to provide a kind of information. So here this is the work of the discrete information source. Next we have is discrete source encoder. Okay, the reason the work of the source encoder is, after getting the symbols from the discrete information source, this source encoder will provide or assigns a kind of codes. So this is the work of the source encoder. Now next, further we have channel encoder. The work of the channel encoder is, it provides the channel encoder provides a kind of coding to the channel, means after assigning codes by the source encoder, further the codes which are corresponding to the channel, so that it can provide the privacy, so that it can avoid the interference or the distortion. So for this reason channel encoder is provided. So this is the work of the channel encoder. Further, after channel encoder, the work of the modulator is, at the channel encoder will get a signal. At the output of the channel encoder will be getting a complete binary information. So that binary information will be in the form of zeros and ones. So these zeros and ones cannot be transmitted directly through the communication channel. So before transmission it has to be modulated, means it has to take the help of the analog signal so that it can be transmitted to the longer distance. So here the analog signal, that is the continuous time signal, is modulated or altered in accordance with the digital or binary data. So this process is called as modulation, and this modulation is done with the help of modulator. So after modulation, with the help of electrical communication system or electrical communication channel, the signal is transmitted to the longer distance. During the time of transmission, there may be the chances of occurrence of the noise, which we have shown with the arrow mark here. Later on, after reaching at the receiver side, the very first process is demodulation, where exactly the modulated signal is recovered with the binary signal. So the binary data is accessed. So at that binary data is given to the channel encoder, where it is decoded, because at the transmitter side channel encoder has assigned a kind of coding so that to provide the privacy and also to avoid the distortion. So that those coding is decoded, means those those encoded code words are removed. So this is the work done by the channel decoder. Later on, this channel decoder output is given to the source decoder, where the binary information is again converted back into the discrete symbols, which will be in the same form as it was transmitted from the discrete information source. Those symbols again it is given back to the destination of the receiver. So this is the working of the block diagram of a digital communication system. Hope you have understood the concept. Thank you.